And we're live.
I don't think so. Thanks. What? I'm probably just gonna put it on. What? Well, yeah, I know those. Yeah, just shut. What? Oh yeah, we don't need that ringing.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Looking forward to celebrating Shabbat with you in just a few moments here. We'll be joined by Deb Comey as our cantorial soloist this evening. Thank you so much, Deb, for coming and lending your beautiful music to our service. And also, welcome to the Spry family who will be lighting our Shabbat candles. So we'll begin in just a few moments.
Huh?
Who's on the guitar?
Deb, call me.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and welcome to our Shabbat on YouTube Live. We are thrilled to welcome Deb Comey as our cantorial soloist this evening, as well as the Spry family, who will be lighting our candles. And so we'll ask them to begin as we welcome Shabbat into our hearts and into our homes, and together join with them as we light our candles.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kedeshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Amen.
And so we'll turn together to page 6, and we'll join actually page 7. Where has this week vanished? Is it lost forever? Will I ever recover anything from it? The joy of life, the unexpected victory, the realized hope, the task accomplished? Will I ever be able to banish the memory of pain, the sting of defeat, the heaviness of boredom? On this day, let me keep for a while what must drift away. On this day, let me be free of the burdens that must return. On this day, Shabbat abide. Help me to withdraw for a while from the flight of time, contain the retreat of the hours and days from the grasp of frantic life. Let me learn to pause, if only for this day. Let me find peace on this day. Let me enter into a quiet world this day. On this day, Shabbat abide. As we begin on page 10.
Hine matzovu malayim, Shabbat ahim gami achra. Hine matzovu malayim, Shabbat ahim gami achra. Hine matov, hine matov, ya la 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 la. Hine matov, hine matov, ya la 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 la.
And together we turn to page 20 as we welcome Shabbat into our lives with Lecha Dodi.
Lecha lecha doti likrat likrat kala panei panei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha doti likrat likrat kala panei panei Shabbat nekabela la la. Lecha lecha doti likrat likrat kala panei panei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha doti likrat likrat kala. B'nai b'nai Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor achad. Hishmi'anu aham echad. Adonai echad u'shemo echad. L'tem al tiferet v'hiti la 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 l'chad dodi. Likrat likrat kala. B'nai b'nai Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi likrat likrat kala panei panei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu leknifla kiki mekor habaracha mirosh mekedem nusecha somachase b'mafati bila la 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 lecha dodi likrat likrat kala panei panei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi likrat likrat kala panei panei Shabbat nekabela. Boiv shalom et bala gam b'simcha u'tovula tolchimenu am segula boichala la 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 lecha dodi likrat likrat kala panei panei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi likrat likrat kala panei panei Shabbat nekabela.
And we turn together to page 24 and join in those words of welcome, Shalom Aleichem, may peace be on you, and the response, Aleichem Shalom, and on you may there be peace.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Yom. Melech, Malachei HaMlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bohem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Melech, Malachei HaMlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Melech, Malachei HaMlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tetzem l'chalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Melech, Malachei HaMlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
On the following page, we join in Chatzi Kaddish.
Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. Ve'amad yivrak yortei v'yamlik malchutei. V'chayekonu v'yomechon uv'hayetechu b'it Yisrael. Bagala bagala uv'izman kariv v'meru. Amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah Mevorach, Le'alam Olamei Hamaya, Yitbarach, Yitbarach, V'yishtabach, Yivhar, V'yidraman, V'yinaseh, V'yitadar, V'yitaleh, V'yitala, Shemedu Kudesha Brehu Le'elam Min Kol Bechata V'Shirata Tushbechata V'Nechemata Damiran Ve'alma Nimeru. Amen.
And on page 28, we join in Baruch.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed.
And we join in Ma'ariv Aravim, top of page 30. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bidvaro Ma'ariv Aravim B'chochma Poteach Sha'arim Uvitvuna Meshane Itim Umachalif Et Hazmanim Umisader Et HaKochavim B'mishmerotehem B'rakia Kirtzono Bore Yom V'Layla Golel Or Mipnei Choshech V'Choshech Mipnei Or Avir Yom Umevi Layla Umavdil ben yom uvein laila, Adonai tzevaot shemo. El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu leolam va'ed, Baruch ata Adonai, hama'ariv aravim. Everlasting love you have offered your people Israel, by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. On page 34, we join in that prayer of listening, the prayer of hearing and understanding God's message to us, Shema Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
And on the following page, we continue with Ahavta.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'elech asher anohi metzavecha hayom al levavecha Vishinantam levanecha, vidibartam bam, vishivtecha b'vitecha, uvlechtecha b'derech, uvshukbecha uvkumecha, uktartam leot hayadecha, v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha, uktavtam Amzuzo betecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru ve'asitem et kol mitzvotai vehitem kedoshim lelochechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti ethem Meretz Mitzrayim, lehiot lachem Elohim, ani Adonai Elohechem.
Adonai Elohechem Emet. Page 39. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love. From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea. And so on page 40, we join together in our song of freedom, our song of hope, Mi Chamocha.
Mi kamocha ba'alim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, no ratahi lo osef eleh, no ratahi lo osef eleh. Malchutzecha rovanecha, bokei ayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, ze'elianu ve'ameru, Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed.
ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל Yisrael. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will.
Hashkirenu Adonai, Eloheinu Shalom Hamidinu Shamreinu Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashivenu Eloheinu Shalom. Hamidinu Shamreinu Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashivenu Adonai. Eloheinu Shalom. Hamidinu Shamreinu
We are a people in whom the past endures, in whom the present is inconceivable without moments gone by. The Exodus lasted a moment enduring forever. What happened once upon a time happens all the time, as we thank God for the opportunity to celebrate Shabbat as we join in Vishamro.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat Lasot et HaShabbat Ledovrotam berit olam Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael Oti leolam Oti leolam Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat Lasot et HaShabbat Ledorotam berit olam Ki shechet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat Lasot et HaShabbat Ledorotam berit olam Uvayom hashvi Shabbat vayinafash Shabbat vayinafash Shabbat vayinafash Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat Lasot et HaShabbat Ledorotam berit olam.
Prayer invites God's presence to suffuse our spirits, God's will to prevail in our lives. Prayer may not bring water to parched fields, nor mend a broken bridge, nor rebuild a ruined city. But prayer can water an arid soul, mend a broken heart, rebuild a weakened will. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi agid tehilatecha. Adonai, open our lips, that our mouths may declare your glory.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, הגדול הגיבור והנורא, עליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר השדה אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לפני בניכם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל. מחכה חיים בחסד, מחייך כל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשמי עפר. מי כמוך בגבורות ומדומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיית ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה, ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Days pass, and the years vanish, and we walk sightless among miracles. God, fill our eyes with seeing, and our minds with knowing. Let there be moments when your presence, like lightning, illumines the darkness in which we walk. Help us to see, wherever we gaze, that the bush burns unconsumed. And we, clay touched by God, will reach out for holiness and exclaim in wonder, how filled with awe is this place, and we didn't know it. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Page 55. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Page 57. You are with us in our prayer, our love, and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still, clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, when pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers, and there may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otcha levadcha b'yirah na'avod. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of our soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us. For all these and more we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha u'lacha na'eh lahodot. Grant us peace, your most precious of gifts, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace and its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Eternal One, who blesses our people Israel with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, hamevarech et amo Yisrael bashalom. We join in our prayer for peace.
Shalom Rabba Yisrael Amcha Shasim Leolam. Shalom Rabba Yisrael Amcha Shasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech Edom lekol hashalom. Ki atahu melech Edom lekol hashalom. Shalom Rabba Yisrael Amcha Shasim Leolam. Shalom Rabba Yisrael Amcha Shasim Leolam. Ve'tovena ha'lecharet et amcha Yisrael ve'kol yitzvah sha'ar v'shlomenu. Shalom Rabba Yisrael Amcha Shasim Leolam. Shalom Rabba Yisrael Amcha Shasim Leolam. Shasim Leolam. Shasim Leolam.
We take a few moments now and think of those prayers that are in our hearts and our minds. Our prayer book guides us through a series of liturgical pieces. Its music is beautiful and inspires us. And we also have a moment in our service to look inward to ourselves, our own hopes, our own prayers, our own opportunity to engage in a dialogue with God. Some moments of silent prayer.
Ose shalom bimrumav, huyase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, vimru, vimru, amen. Yase shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'afu Yisrael.
We turn together to page 253 as we think of all those in our community, our city, our country, our world who are in need of blessings of healing. We think of all those who are stricken with this terrible COVID-19 virus. We think of those who are caring for those who are ill, and all of our family members who care for loved ones. We think of all those who have suffering an illness of some kind, whether it's an illness of the mind, the heart, the body, the soul. If there is somebody that you would like to especially direct our prayers to this evening, please add their name to our chat box so that we can together join our energy and send prayers of healing to them. Feel free to say their name out loud. It is well proven that when we join our voices together, when we join our energies together, healing seems to happen. And so we mention Lisa Chinsky, Kevin McRae, Emily Bostwick, Myrna Urkov, David Markowitz, Martha Snyder, Donna Mogul, Ken Miller, Helen Heinz Chavez, Mark Gold, Teresa Kissel, Jessica Watson, Judy Weisrock, Carol Alexander, Vivian Vidmar, Randy Martin, Joan Harf, Nan Briggs, Joyce Miller, Anthony Mathis, Rick Wright, Joseph Pissetner, Donald Moritz, Jamie Katz, Susan Dietz, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Fran Porras, Nancy Comey Bell, Robert Ruggiero, Eric Perry, Michael Byron, Barb LaMonica, Scott Gordon, Luda Kaplan, Doug Russell, Julie Griwant, Michael Fejcek, Linda Katsoros, Barbara Shapiro, and Elise Chaplin. We join together in our prayer for healing.
Avotenu mekor chabracha le'amotenu. May the source of strength who blessed the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misher Berach Imotenu Mekor Chabracha Le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Well, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Deborah Yesher Koach, thank you so much. What a wonderful treat to have you with us. This week, Bahalotcha begins with instructions on lighting the sacred lamps. The sacred lamps that would continually be lit in the temple. I think that the text refers to these physical lamps, but also to the metaphoric idea of lighting lights, of the idea that it is our responsibility to light these lights, open things up, be able to see things clearly. A metaphor for our responsibility to partner with God in the work of creation. There was once a woman who would pray every day. And in her daily prayers, she would recite the prayers of the Siddur of the prayer book, and then she would take some moments in her silent prayer and she would add some personal prayers. And in her personal prayers, one day she said, "Dear God, there's so much sickness. Why don't you do something about all of this sickness? Amen." And the next day, she again prayed from the prayer book, and she finished the prayers in the prayer book, and she spent some moments in silent prayer, and she said, "Dear God, there is so much hunger in the world. So many people don't have enough food to eat. Why don't you do something? Amen." And the third day, again she prayed, and again she said, "Dear God, there is so many people without a home in the world, people who are on the streets. Why don't you do something? Amen." And this went on day after day, and each day she would pray for things like, and ask God why God didn't do anything about poverty, about war, about family strife, about people arguing, about senseless violence. And one morning, she heard an answer. One morning she said, "God, why did you let there be so much misery and sadness?" And a still small voice called out to her and said, "You're asking me why I didn't do anything, that I should do something? I did do something. I made you." This portion is about how we take on responsibility, how we take on the responsibility to help heal the world. And right now our world has lots of opportunities for healing. Healing both physically, healing spiritually, healing emotionally. At the very end of this week's portion, Miriam is stricken with a terrible illness. And Moses cries out with perhaps the first vocal liturgical prayer. Moses cries out and says, "El na rafana la," please God, heal her. And she was healed. Would she have healed without Moses' intervention? We don't know. But we do know that when we partner, when we think of God as our partner in creating a better world, our world is a better place. An often told story. A seaside, there's a wonderful beach, and on the beach are thousands of starfish that have washed up on the beach. And there's an elderly man standing at the beach, picking up one starfish, throwing it back into the water. And a little boy comes along and says, "What are you doing?" And he says, "I'm saving starfish." He bends down, he picks up a starfish, he throws it into the water. And the little boy says, "There's thousands of starfish on this beach. Why are you bothering? You're not going to make any difference." And the man nodded, reached down, picked up another starfish, threw it into the water, and said, "I made a difference to that one." That's really our job. We can't be responsible for fixing all of the world's problems, but we can pick up a single starfish and throw it back into the sea. Shabbat Shalom. So our service will continue on page 282 with Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, lateit gedula leotzer breshit, Shelo sanu kegoyecha ratzot, velo samanu b'mishpachot hadama. Shelo sam kafenu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam. Lanachnu korim, umishtachavim umodim. Lifnei melech malkei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shehu notei shamayim ve'osed haaretz, u'Moshe bikaram b'shamayim imav. Ushkinatu zo, begoev meromim. Hu Eloheinu einod, Emelkeinu efesulato. Kakatu b'torato, b'yadat hayom, v'hashvivota le'levavecha. Ki Adonai hu Elohim, b'shamayim imav, ve'al haaretz mitachat enod. V'nema v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz. Vayom hahu yeh Adonai echad. U'shemo echad.
When cherished ties are broken and the chain of love is shattered, only trust and the strength of faith can lighten the heaviness of the heart. At times, the pain of separation seems more than we can bear. But if we dwell too long on our loss, we embitter our hearts and harm ourselves and those about us. The psalmist said that in his affliction he learned the law of God. And in truth, grief is a great teacher when it sends us back to serve and bless the living. We learn how to counsel and comfort those who, like ourselves, are bowed with sorrow. We learn when to keep silent in their presence and when a word will assure them of our love and concern. Thus, even when they are gone, the departed are with us, moving us to live as in their higher moments they themselves wish to live. We remember all of them now. They live on in our hearts. They are an abiding blessing. And we observe the art sites of the following on this Shabbat: Delna Ruth Sadi, Madeline Baker, Gittel Goldberg, Felix Weil, Jacob Levy, Walter Strauss, Aaron Simon, Sidney Ryan, Rachel Gottlieb, Sarah Jacques Schuster, Joseph Levy, Zelda Rittenberg, Pesser, Edith Schwartz, Joseph Levick, Henrietta Hersovitz, Lena Levick, Leon B. Stein, Joseph Grossman, Fred Gash, Benjamin Pollock, Emmanuel Cohen, Lena Levy, and Blanche Goldman. If others have names that they would like to add, please add them in our chat room. Say their names out loud. Say them to yourselves as we turn together to the words of Kaddish on page 294. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ba'alma divrach rutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chai echon uv'yom echon, uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru, amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'elam u'lalmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei, v'yithadar v'yithaleh v'yithalal shemei dekudsha barichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, ta'amiran be'alma v'imru, amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya, V'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who grants peace in the high and distant heights grant peace for us, for all Israel, for all the world. And together we say, Amen. We have a few announcements this evening. First of all, we're dedicating this evening's service to the memory of Sidney Ryan, Madeline Baker, Lena Levick, Joseph Levick, and Joseph Levy. The donations that have been made to the Flower Fund for this Shabbat will be used to offset costs for our virtual communication during this challenging time. Tomorrow morning, Torah study at 11 a.m. If you've not ever joined us for Torah study, please consider joining us. It's a great conversation. It's a time to think about the Torah portion in ways that you may not have before. You don't need to read it ahead of time. You don't need to prepare, and there's no test. So just come and enjoy the conversation and the community. Immediately following our service this evening, please join us for our oneg, and we'll post that link in the chat room so you can have that there. And it's a great time to connect a little bit, see how everybody's doing, give everybody a Shabbat greeting, and then continue with your evening. Tomorrow evening, we'll join together for Havdalah and an opportunity to screen the documentary, Who Will Write Our History? An amazing story of the information and archive that was created by the Jewish community in the Warsaw Ghetto during the Second World War. And so we'll have a chance to screen the movie and then engage in a conversation. And that's all on Zoom. And hopefully you have the email link to that, and you will be able to join us. Again, thank you, Deb, for your wonderful leading of our service this evening. And it's so great to have one of our congregation's own back with us singing. And so thank you again. And we're going to conclude with Od Yavo Shalom, may peace come soon.
Od Yavod Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavod Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavod Shalom Aleinu. Ve'al Kulam. Od Yavod Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavod Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavod Shalom Aleinu. Ve'al Kulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al Kulam. Salam. Shalom Aleinu ve'al Kolam. Salam. Od Yavod Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavod Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavod Shalom Aleinu ve'al Kolam. Od Yavod Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavod Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavod Shalom Aleinu ve'al Kolam.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Everybody stay healthy, stay safe. We'll see you soon.
Shabbat Shalom.